when you want to get into your opponent's head, yeah, then you lose it. He's lost the plot. When you lock out Haaland from the game, Man City is done. Man City is done. So 2 games, no goals, losses.
From a person who used to say that I'll do my talking on the field to now doing his talking on the microphone is a red flag. But also he doesn't have a team.
Only one place to start, though. One place to start. There's many places actually, but we can start in North London. I think that was the big one of the weekend, or so they said.
Yeah, a very dominant display by Arsenal. Actually, a football lesson to Spurs, because that's not just a beating; it's a thrashing.
Yeah.
Very embarrassing to Spurs. I don't know. Right now, after such a commanding win and a 6-point lead, I don't know the feeling at the Emirates in terms of the title race.
Well, it's still one game at a time. We've been 8 points ahead in March, so this is nothing. Yeah, quite recently we've been 8 points ahead in March. So yeah, this is nothing. So I think we just take it one game at a time. The only positive is that our opponents can't decide who's our competitor.
That's the whole point, because at the moment it looks like Arsenal have themselves to beat. That's why I'm asking, like, why is the title challenge? Who is your biggest threat to the title right now?
Well, we're fighting injuries, and pretty much that can be the only issue. But as it stands, Chelsea, Man City, I guess Villa, and no one can decide who's number 2. And for as long as we don't have a solid person following us, I think we're good. We're good to go.
Yeah, that's how it looks like.
Yeah.
A well-oiled machine, depth, experience, hunger.
Yeah.
I think
But even in terms of the game, I think Spurs set up tactically to try, and I think they were trying to bully Arsenal the way Sunderland physically bullied Arsenal, but it didn't work. I think we are glad we met Sunderland early. Now we know that tactic. You cannot bully us on the ball. No. So we bullied them, man. They were dominant. I think Richarlison touched the ball twice in the first half, or once. Yeah. They had 0 shots on and off target, not even corners or anything. They were just nothing. Their first shot was that goal, actually. I think that was after 3 goals. Yeah, the abnormal goal. Yeah, so yeah, I was never worried about Spurs really. I think everybody else is who thought about Spurs giving Arsenal a problem, but I think Arsenal fans are very confident when it comes to Spurs at home, especially this Spurs. This Spurs, I don't think they would have given us. You know how football things can happen out of the blue. Maybe that's the only way Spurs would have given Arsenal any problem, but yeah, they were flat. They put a low block, then they decided to lower it. And then after 3 goals, they decided to start attacking us. Like, their tactics were off, their physicality was off, their creativity was off. They were just there for the taking. So I'm glad we had a dominant performance with all the dynamics of everybody losing, like Man City, like Liverpool, like United are not really in the title, but yeah, Man City and Liverpool specifically. But what do you think about what happened at Anfield? That was crazy. 3-0 loss to Nottingham Forest was unexpected.
Yeah, nobody saw that coming.
Yeah.
I put my money on Liverpool winning, but I think where Liverpool is right now, it's time they admit that that's a crisis, because other games you can talk about, you could point fingers. Alisson is not there, or the opponent was good, or they had chances, like against United. They hit I think the post like twice. and then we had some Salah miss and a goalkeeper saves here and there. So you could say that, they have a fight. They are trying to stay in the game, but against they had a good start. They had a decent start, but once Forest went ahead, it was all shambles. Like having seen that happen at United before, I can only call that a crisis. You don't know how to respond once you go behind. You lose everything. You lose your head. The manager doesn't know what to do, who to call.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not that that bench is going to improve the team, because the people on the bench have played also and they have been really nothing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, people still talk about Slot needing time, but at this point, I'm not sure if he finishes the season.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I think when he beat Villa and then beat Madrid, and then it kind of looked like they were trying to get in shape. They didn't look like they were going to compete for the league, but they didn't look like they were going to lose 3-0 to Forest. Even after the City loss, it was just like, oh, okay, City got them on a good day, but because City are not that good themselves, but they got them on a good day, and okay, they dominated. But to go on and lose to Forest, man, and Anderson was he ran that Liverpool midfield all over,
Yeah.
like he was all over, man. Gravenberch, yellow, Soboslai losing his head, McAllister nowhere, just one man. Well, there was the whole team, but Anderson was solid for sure.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
solid. Yeah.
And
And
I think
Muliro.
talking about Anderson running that midfield, in my opinion, I think that's where the problem is, because I remember the other season after, I think it was after Klopp had won the league, and then the following season they nosedived. I think Salah was in, out, Van Dijk was in, out, or I think it was Van Dijk who was there almost the whole season. I remember that time when they were conceding like crazy, and they had to replace Fabinho, Henderson, and I don't know who was the third guy, because they had to bring in
Wijnaldum.
and Wijnaldum.
But Wijnaldum had left earlier. Keita, I think. Keita
Yeah,
and
because that's the time when that defense was so exposed and everybody was coming at them. As much as we're talking about Liverpool's defense being shaky, nah, man, they don't have a midfield.
yeah,
They don't. And I think that's the genesis of the problems, because even if the defense is shaky, the midfield normally provides some cover.
yeah,
I mean, McAllister missing, Gravenberch missing. Shobo has been all over from the midfield to the right back.
yeah,
Whether I bring on Curtis Jones, it's not working. Like,
yeah,
there is totally no protection to the defense. The defense is already weak, and now it's very badly exposed. And I
yeah.
really think that although they brought in Valt, he doesn't provide any cover to the defense. And Gravenberch is not doing it. So I think that's where most of their problems originate. They
And they
might
are
want to
lucky.
fix
Their defense has not had injuries.
the
They
true
just had the one injury from the new signing, but all
Frimpong.
these other guys have been fit. They're lucky Van Dijk has not gone out
Yep.
because everybody has lost a major defender at some point. They're the only ones that have not lost a defender. So they're lucky as it stands. But I don't think, someone said, I don't think bringing in Gay will solve the problem. I think their problems are deeper than bringing in one center back. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that loss was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they need to bring in players that trust the manager, because I think most of these players still look at how Klopp approached crisis, and they
Yeah.
don't see it in Slot, and they judge Slot on the same scale that Klopp was. They're like, Klopp would have done this, Klopp would have done that, and they're like, probably he's not the guy. So I
Yeah.
don't really think if the McAllisters and the Gravenbergs really buy into him, even Salah, because they're probably like, Klopp should have approached this differently. And maybe Slot needs people who can see his own way, because with everybody just disappearing,
You're in
it's
trouble.
a,
Yeah.
it's a difficult point to be in as a manager.
Well, hopefully they get their stuff sorted because they're out of the top 10 as it stands. I don't know how much longer he'll stay there before he's fired or before that conversation starts, but out of the top 10 is a different conversation.
Once they drop to they might drop to 15th, because Uh, I mean, Forest is among the winnable fixtures. You can talk about the good run of fixtures they have. That good run of fixtures involved the
Home,
Forest at home.
home.
Yeah, that was one of the
Morton
good
plays
fixtures.
Forest.
And they were fairly beaten.
Yeah.
Fairly beaten.
Yeah, 3-0
And,
easy. They didn't create chances. They didn't do anything. They were just out at
yeah,
home.
I didn't notice. I didn't notice this, but somebody was talking about Konate smiling, being taken off, and Van Dijk throwing hands in air and all that stuff. Like mentally, they are not locked in.
But even if, anyway, everybody, even I was smiling. Why are you taking off your center back? Honestly speaking, why are you taking off your center
I think
back? What message are you trying to pass?
I've seen these things happen at United when they were losing. You see defenders come off both with Ten Hag and Amorim. When I saw Slot do that, I think pressure gets you at that point. That's the point where you open the refrigerator trying to find car keys. I think results get you doing everything.
That was enough. Doing of results getting you doing anything. Did you see Man City doing long throws?
Yeah, in the dying minutes, City tried to launch all the way in. Like
Pep Guardiola is doing long
yeah,
throws. Come on, this is
exactly.
life. Yeah, I don't know. It's only a problem when Arsenal is doing anything. Arsenal do not score set piece goals. Arsenal is not. It's only a problem when Arsenal is doing. But Man City are also doing it. But when you're 2-1 down, yeah, I think Guardiola kind of had some pride in his pre-match conference. He's like, the league starts now. Oh, okay. So what are you trying to say? He's
Yeah.
trying to get into our heads. Like, what are you trying to say? It's been 11 games. And what are you saying for those that have already achieved something?
Yeah,
So
he's
the
trying
league,
to sell fear.
the league started, and he started with an L, and
And now he's waiting for the league to start again.
he's waiting for the league to start again. Some words you don't say, but so
He is
yeah,
bullish.
yeah.
That speech makes me think that it's fair that they got beat because normally he's used that style to taunt United, talking about how they have dominated United and how they've been the best and all that. He likes bringing up that
Bring it up,
conversation when
yeah.
when they're about to play us, like just to pump himself and sell fear. So when he comes up and he sees Arsenal about to play a derby and he's like, the season begins today because you now think I'm going to win and Spurs hold Arsenal and then you're looking at 1 or 2 points.
Yeah.
And then I'm breathing on their neck. Like I think it's a kind of, in my own view, unsportsmanlike to be talking like that. But football played its part.
Football humbled him, and it's gonna humble him this season, 100%. Especially when you start hearing him talk like that, you know he has lost it. He has lost the plot.
He knows.
Because usually, if you're winning, just win. Yeah. But when you want to get into your opponent's head, yeah, then you lose it. He's lost the plot. They went and got beat at Newcastle. Yeah. When you lock out Haaland from the game, Man City is done. Man City is done. So 2 games, no goals, losses. So
Yeah, that is true.
yeah,
From a person who used to say that I'll do my talking on the field to now doing his talking on the microphone is a red flag. But also he doesn't have a team. It's about time he admits the truth. This
yep.
thing of saying my season is beginning today, your season is beginning with I don't know if it's Savio or Savinho or both, because he was Savio, Savinho, he's Savio. He's had more names than influence on the game.
They took out the Inyo. You know when somebody does well, like Daish Inyo. When you do well, you're given an Inyo, like Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer had one, I think. I don't know, Palmino or something. They took out the Inyo from Savinho. He's not good enough to have an Inyo. No.
They don't have it. I even don't understand how Grealish could not make it into this team, because they've really created nothing. Like at some point, he had a connection with Haaland. But
Yeah.
now, first of all, it's Haaland, but then Haaland doesn't even have like a specific connection. One day he plays with Doku well, they think that's the connection. No, it can't be one game.
Yeah,
There has to be consistency. It doesn't exist. Haaland is no longer waiting for De Bruyne to feed him. Haaland is having to go and get involved in build-up. He never had to get involved in the build-up play, but he has to do that, come forward and finish because the other players cannot do anything. They can pamper Foden for however they want. Foden is not doing it. Savio is not doing it. Bernardo has lost it. Doku is one game, whatever. Doku and Savio
There
have three
was
goals
one
combined.
goal this season, is it? Or two goals in 2 years?
I think him and Savio combined have like 3 goals in 38 games or 35.
That's not a threat to.
I don't know how they're beginning their season with that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man City. Newcastle game was always 50-50, but Man City are not that strong. Especially losing to a team like Newcastle, Man City are not that strong. So I'll not be worried about them. They already lost 4 games. You don't lose more than 4 games and win the league. That's not how it has worked. Yeah, so far it's only Arsenal that's in that threshold of that title winning form. They've not lost more than 4 games so far. So I think Man City. Yeah, you're supposed to, like, between 1 and 10, you lose 1. 10 and 20, you lose 1. 4 games. That's all you can afford to lose to win the league.
Yeah, and they're losing. They are losing the games they used to win, the hard wins. Newcastle, Aston Villa. Right now, Man City are being beaten by any formidable person.
Yeah.
And once you are there, that's top 6 form. Anybody who is formidable stops you. And I don't. They will definitely struggle if they play at the Stadium of Lights, because Sunderland are formidable over there.
Mhm.
So anytime they get somebody who is organized, is always a challenge. I mean, Liverpool, everybody beats Liverpool. You cannot give them too much credit for that.
Plus away.
Yeah, and generally the lack of maturity. You look at the decision making, like the type of players they have. Look at the goal they conceded yesterday. I think O'Reilly has the opportunity to just play it back to the goalkeeper and recycle it, and he decides to kick the ball back without even looking at where he's kicking, just hoping that a Man City player can be there. That's not something they used to do. Like, they were not guessing.
Yeah.
That was, he could have killed
They
one
used to be very calculated.
and headed it, or just passed it, gotten into the position, gets the ball, or they go again. That's just a panic move. That's not Man City style of play. So he doesn't have the machinery.
No.
And
even though that goal was an own goal, it was an offside goal. But
yeah,
I think, in my opinion, I think Bruno Guimaraes' leg is clearly offside. It's clearly offside, man. Oh my God, I would be fuming if I was a Man City fan. What?
it was. But I don't know this rule they're using a sleeve, because I don't know how they will have ruled it if the player was playing in a long sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
Because they were like, they look at the end of the sleeve, they draw a line there. But I think, which game did I watch? Was it the same game? The guy's head in, like, those are extensions. So you don't have a sleeve.
Yeah.
And I think even Forrest had long sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where you place that line, because that looked like an offside.
That's Newcastle for you. Newcastle, you remember they beat us with a controversial goal at some point, and they took all the 3 points. So that's just the nature of things. You have to outscore them to go past the controversy, because Newcastle must have a controversial moment going for them.
That in their favor.
Yeah, especially at their home, it always works for them. But I'm glad Man City lost anyway. I didn't watch much of Chelsea.
Before they get lucky.
Is that what?
I was saying before, Newcastle got lucky with that offside. They were unlucky not to believe it.
Yeah.
So I think. Yeah. So I think up to that point, Man City were lucky to be 1-1. So I don't really think they should complain.
Yeah. There's nothing to complain about that. Yeah. Yeah. Their the goalkeeper of Man City was outstanding. He had, I think, 2 or 3 very serious saves. Like those saves that nobody saves. Like it's like Pickford saves today, man. Man, Pickford was he showed why he's the England #1. It wasn't many, but he gave Everton 3 points, that's for sure.
Yeah, whenever he was called upon, he was there.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, well, what do you think about that game today?
No, and I think last
What was
season
the
United
problem?
finished 15.
Yeah.
If you look at it in depth, United finished 15th last season.
Mhm.
And probably that tells you more about the type of team we've had. And, we put on 3 players, Cunha, Mbumo, and Shesko. And actually, of all the outfield players we bought, we only had Mbumo out there today. So we typically fielded last season's teams and a team, and there's a chance that you are going to see those behaviors out there. In my own opinion, United is not a good team as people think, because we've had a good run, 5 unbeaten, 3 wins, and 2 draws, which shows that if it comes to talent and ability, United probably have it, but just the mentality, like the professionalism, we still don't have it. On that one, I have to put it on a poor squad. If you look at the red card, the red card to
Gay.
Everton. You see, Keane, Keane is yelling at Ghana for having given away the ball. He's so mad at him, like, how are you giving away the ball? But Bruno gives away 5, nobody cares. Like, I don't know how many dogs gave away and nobody cared. But Keane is so mad that how do you give away a ball? You see, look at the different type of mentalities. When I talk about United being unprofessional, that's what I'm talking about. We are still the same team from last season. We still need players because there is no urgency. We are 11.
This
In
is
fact, before we
Everton
got
at
to
Old
11,
Trafford, though. Even if you finish 15, this is Everton at
it
Old
is
Trafford.
Everton at Old Trafford, but you have to be a good team. You have to have the right mentality to beat them. If you look at how we approach the game, the manager says that he's surprised how we turned up, considering how the weekend went. Spurs lost the game. Bournemouth tied. Liverpool lost. Sunderland lost. The manager is surprised that United players did not see this as an urgency, considering how the weekend went. And how do you blame him for that? Because if Everton know the importance, know the danger of giving away one ball, how does United players not know the importance of taking this game seriously? How do they turn up like that? The general play, we are 11 people, they are 10. The attackers, they come to a box, we win the ball. And then we start left, right. We just make those those.
The goal, Drewsbury. So there is no right back coming in to help. It was just Bruno who was trying to defend, and the right center back. That was Euro, right? By the time it's getting to Euro, it's too late. And the person responsible to cover Drewsbury, who has come from the wing, is Bruno, who was the right winger. Isn't that down? Like, Bruno is not a defensive midfielder, and he was the one who was responsible. The guy just ran through him. Isn't that down on the manager, considering these guys are less? Why is Bruno still that deep without cover?
I mean, based on considering the fact that we play with the two midfielders, that has become his position, because we have 2 tens. So Casemiro and Bruno are our 6 and 8. And considering Bruno is not a 10, it's not strange to find him in that position.
I can't defend, though. That's something the manager knows.
That's why he said we just don't have a good team. Like we remove Bruno. Bruno cannot defend. But so is Ugarte. Ugarte is not defending. And so does Kobe. Kobe does not defend. So that's why I'm saying we're just not a good team. We just need we need to go to the
Wait,
market.
let me ask you. So if they bring in a solid number 8, Bruno is out of position because he's not a 10. He's out of the team.
That if they bring in a solid number 8, you have to look at that possibility plus the possibility of Cunha and Shesko exchanging number 10, number 9, because Bruno might be pushed to that position. But Bruno and Mbumo will play the 10s if he stays.
And then if something doesn't happen, it will be Bruno is not a 10.
Now, if something doesn't happen, if you look at how we've been refurbishing the team, things have not been happening for Bruno, but Mbumo has been doing it. I think we have to look at a position. We have to be a team where if something doesn't happen for Bruno, we still have we still have ability to win games.
Yeah, but United should have won at home today. Should have scored goals.
We should have won, and as I said, it's hard. Amorim would have had a part to play, because it's obvious that when Ahmad came back to right wing back, we started playing football, and when he was on the left wing back, it wasn't working. And when they removed from the left wing back, I think when they brought in Dogo had been removed. I think when Dalo came, Dalo playing on that wing, he's not a good left footer. He can bring in left footed crosses. So playing a wing back on that side who cannot bring in left-footed crosses is also not a good thing. I can't wait for, if Luke Shaw played in that position, to be there. But that aside, I still insist that United players need to seize opportunities. You need to know when you need to take advantage. You come into this game, you have to take advantage. How do you not turn up? How do you play
at home?
Horizontal passes when you are one person ahead? How do you keep on just trying to launch long balls when you know that Zakzi cannot beat Tarkowski and Kim? Like, even if it's patience, we can talk about patience, but can you have patience trying to drive ball in through the midfield? Because the patience does not mean you continue just throwing long balls to these defenders. They are too tall. They're still just gonna keep bringing them. So I just think that we were not prepared for this. Even at 11-11, I was waiting for United to settle. I was like, I want to see how United settle into this game. We've started poorly, but how do you transition? How do you adapt? When they were taken back to 10, I was like, we've been given an advantage. I will not be able to see what I wanted to see. I wanted to see how we adapt to this, starting from back foot to establishing ourselves in. But now they are 10, we are 11, we have an advantage. So it's going to be easy. That's not how it went.
He said he thought it was gonna be easy.
Yeah,
it's never easy.
That's not how it went. It was easy. It was easy for the other team.
This is David Moyes. It's never easy, even though he never won a gold trophy. It's never easy.
And
Chelsea ended up
Everton
winning.
has won twice. Oh yeah, Chelsea.
Yeah. You say Everton?
Now has only won at United twice. The first time Moyes let them beat us. He let them beat us because he was the manager of United.
I remember Man United were breaking all the records.
The second one, he's now the one to come beat us.
Oh, well, yeah, makes sense. He went on and won at Burnley, so not surprising, but Chelsea think they're in the title race. What do you think? Chelsea, do you think they'll finish
first? Chelsea are doing first. They are doing what I expected my team to be doing. Just taking care of business.
Especially in such
They are not playing well.
Yeah.
They are not playing well. They struggle, but they just take care of business. I think being in the title race is a very long shot for them.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, it depends on how the season unfolds. But at this time, I might just put them in the race for top 4 because I don't really think they have 85 points in them.
Yeah, or a manager that can do that. Or even center backs. I don't see them with centre backs that can win your league. They can win your Champions League
Nah,
maybe or something, but not a Premier League. No, not a Premier
they
League.
don't.
Yeah.
They
I
don't.
might be
They don't have
speaking as
that.
an Arsenal fan, but Chelsea are not in the title race. Somebody, if Chelsea is in the title race, then man, I'm closer to the title than I thought.
If Chelsea are in the title race, I mean, we might as well as give it to Arsenal.
Yeah, this early because I think we're going to beat Chelsea next weekend, and that is
Yep.
bold and
Another
just
reason,
saying,
another thing that makes me say United players don't read the mood in the room.
yeah,
Arsenal is playing Chelsea next week, and you win this game.
yeah,
They don't see the mood in the room. But Arsenal will not lose against Chelsea. I think Chelsea, just being from London with the pride they have and being second, they will try and make it difficult for Arsenal because they might have individual talent here and there.
yeah,
But in general, as a team, Arsenal look formidable.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I have a list of predictions. I just wanted us to talk about those major teams, but these other ones we can talk about them in our
Yeah.
list. So we start with Chelsea only. We both went with Chelsea. One each.
Yeah, that's one of the rare ones I got.
Bournemouth, West Ham. I think I picked West Ham and you picked Bournemouth, and we both lost.
Yeah, that's one of those that I regret. I regret changing my mind
Decision.
because it looked like a recipe for a draw for me.
Yeah. I mean,
Then I was
what
like,
did West
but I
Ham do,
think
man?
both.
They were winning the game. Do you think that sub is what changed everything? Or it was just a hard game for them? Because Colin Wilson scores 2 goals.
It was a hard
They
game
take him
for
off
them.
at halftime. They draw the game. That's weird, but
Well, it is. Teams have dealt with that. Teams have dealt with going one person down and seeing out a result. I
yeah,
think it
yeah,
was just
exactly.
it
Yeah,
was just a tough game.
tactical error.
It was just
Yeah,
a
it was
Bournemouth
just a
away.
tough game.
Bournemouth away was just a tricky challenge for them.
Yeah, that was a tricky fixture for them. Brighton, Brentford. You went for a draw. I went for
I went
Brentford,
for a
and we
draw,
both lost.
and
Yeah,
Brentford lost a penalty. Lost a penalty to give me the draw. Man, like
man, in the
just
last minute, man, you could have
yep,
had the
last minute of the
draw.
game.
Yeah, you had that one
Yeah,
over
the
there.
draw,
I
the
swear.
draw was stupid.
Yeah,
I sniffed it, but
yeah.
yep, Brighton are
Fulham,
unpredictable at home.
Sunderland. You also went for another draw.
I went for another draw.
This one
Yeah,
I
I
got
lost
one
that
over
one in the
you.
last minutes.
Yeah, this one I got one. I said Fulham.
Yeah, that
I
was
said
a
Fulham.
yeah,
Tricky
yeah. You
fixture.
got me
Marco
on that
Silva
one.
is a tricky coach. Ish. I would not be surprised if he lost also. Yeah.
Yeah, like he has had a terrible run previously, and considering how frustrating Sunderland can be, I thought Sunderland were going to come out with something.
Yeah, me. I also felt the same, but I think I just went for Fulham for the sake of. Glad I picked Fulham because they're also something at home. Fulham can be. I think they've been our boogie team, them and Brighton this year. So Liverpool, Nottingham. Well, we both lost there. Wolves, Palace.
Yeah,
We
it's
both
difficult.
lost there. We both went for a draw
Yeah,
and we both lost. Leeds, Villa. We both got that one.
I think I went for Villa.
Newcastle City.
Yeah,
Can you believe?
no, I think you got that one. You went for Newcastle. I went for City.
Newcastle.
Yeah,
I
that was
got that
bold.
one right. Spurs, we both got that. And then United Everton. I took the draw. You took a win, so we both lost. Yeah. So as it stands,
Yeah,
you're at
I think
three and I'm at five. You say?
I think I'm three.
Yeah, you're at three and I'm
Yeah,
at
I think
five.
United, Everton, and
Newcastle.
Liverpool, Forest. Those I think they're the ones that caught me by a big surprise. Like I put my money on Man City, but I know about
You're
Newcastle.
not that
Everything
surprised.
it
Yeah,
goes. Yeah,
yeah,
that one I'm not surprised to lose it. I'm
yeah.
surprised to lose the bet on Liverpool and even the one on United. And I think the one on United, if I lost it, I thought you were gonna get it because I did not see Everton taking the 3.
Me neither. Yeah, I didn't see
So those
that.
two
I did
those
not
two surprised.
expect that at all. Yeah, I thought it would be actually a nil-nil game, one of those Monday nights that just nothing happens, and it pretty much was that. Nothing happened. Just a wonder goal from Drewsbury, but nothing happened in that game really. Well,
Man,
you lost the
I
three
hate
points,
Monday
but
nights. I
yeah,
remember the season when United there's a season United was playing Europa League, so they kept on giving us Monday night football. Man, we were getting cooked like crazy. It hasn't changed.
Monday night is still Monday night.
Yeah.
You guys need to get over that one because you're going to get a lot of those. You guys are not in Europe.
Yeah, we're going to get a lot of them.
Yeah,
And I don't really think we're taking advantage of playing once in a week.
yeah.
We're not taking advantage of that.
Nothing's changed. Nothing changes though. We've been in
And
the game long enough to know nothing changes by having, well, very rare cases having less games makes the difference, but it's not usually about the less games. It's just usually about the form. It's just usually about the form. Yeah,
true.
in good form, because otherwise those teams in the bottom half, they always go out in the cup early. They always go out in both cups early. They're not in Europe. How comes they don't perform well, right? It's not, yeah,
They barely
it's
have
never about less
players in the
games.
not affected by internationals because most of their players don't travel as much.
Exactly. So, but yeah, that was the Premier League. We'll do another preview and then we'll keep count till the end of the season.
Yeah,
We'll
I had
see
a
who
bad
comes
start
up
there.
on top. Yeah, it's just two though. Those you can recover in one game day. Don't even need 2 weekends. Yeah, you just one day I'll
Yeah,
put.
that's true.
Tomorrow there is this competition going on. I don't know if you know about it. It's called the Champions League.
Yeah, I've been reading about it.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty popular. It's a pretty popular competition. I don't know if it's actually there is a game in Manchester. Actually, Man City are hosting
Who is the noisy side
Leverkusen.
playing?
Yeah, Leverkusen against Man City. Yeah, yeah, at home. Yeah, they're going to recover their form.
I don't think City, Liverpool are gonna lose to average teams in Europe.
Well, there is three
Because
English teams
I don't know.
playing
Well,
tomorrow.
Liverpool lost.
Huh? Liverpool?
Liverpool had lost to the one from Greece. Who is the other one playing tomorrow? Chelsea?
Liverpool they lost to the one from Turkey. Chelsea play
Yeah, from Turkey.
Barcelona. Chelsea play Barcelona tomorrow at Stamford Bridge. Do you think they can lose two
Now, Chelsea with
consecutive
Barcelona will
games at
always go anyway.
Stamford? Yeah, I hope they
Chelsea with
win that
Barcelona
one.
will always go either way. I
I
mean,
hope they
people talk
win.
about how Barcelona are formidable. People talk about how Barcelona are formidable, but you have a good game, you stop Barcelona.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't really think La Liga has had somebody who is just out and out like top in form. And you've seen Barcelona struggle in Europe. I think the other time did they lose or they drew.
Well,
So I think
yeah, they've been struggling in
it
Europe.
was
Yeah.
yeah, they had a certain high scores game recently. Actually, they were losing, but it was judged that that Szczesny was fouled. You know,
Yeah,
I
Bruges.
think it was
Yeah,
a
Club
3-3 or
Bruges.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Man, they were
yeah.
losing that
So
game.
they don't really look formidable. Yep,
Yeah.
they don't. They don't really look formidable in Europe. I mean, they can stop Chelsea, but they have to be good because Chelsea might just
They have
cook them.
Rashford and Yamal and Lewandowski coming to town. Yeah.
Yeah, Rashford will
These
try
guys
shine on
have
on
Tosun and
English love.
yeah, and these guys have Tosun and I don't know who else at center back. So it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, I mean, Barcelona has scoring power, and Rashford will thrive in England. But are Barcelona keeping clean sheets? That's the other thing.
Yeah, that's the other. Yeah, that's the other thing. It might end like a 3-2 or a 4-3 or something. I'm not sure. It
Yeah.
might end up as a 0-0. Also, football is funny. The other team that might be in trouble tomorrow is
I'm
Newcastle.
desperate for a Chelsea.
No, you're
Newcastle
desperate
is
for
playing
what?
tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm saying the other team that might be in trouble also is Newcastle. Newcastle play Marseille away.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, Marseille. They play Marseille. Yeah, yeah.
Greenwood has been on.
Greenwood and Aubameyang are on fire.
Greenwood, Greenwood and Aubameyang are cooking, and there's this Paisha, or there's another kid. I'm forgetting the name. They are firing. I think Newcastle
Yeah,
might have a difficult one there.
yep. I think so too.
Yeah, they
I
might have
think
a
so too.
difficult one.
Yeah. Let me. You say who was the name of the kid? I'm not sure actually, but
Is it the kid? The kid has the name start with P. P A. I don't know. I've seen that kid. He's Brazilian, I think. If he's not in Marseille, he's in one of these teams. I've seen him putting up a good show.
Paixão. That's the name.
Yeah, that kid. Yeah, Paixão. He's a troublemaker.
He's a troublemaker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
he
kid is
looks
a
like
troublemaker.
he's getting high ratings, but we'll see. Newcastle. I don't care how that game goes. Really, I don't care. I'm curious to see. I'll have my eyes on. I don't care about the Man City one either. But yeah, that aside, there's another English team in trouble also. It's called Arsenal. They host Bayern Munich, but on Wednesday though.
That's the game of the week. I think it's probably one of the best challenges Arsenal might face. Will be facing this season. The Arsenal have faced good opponents, formidable opponents, but an opponent out to win, not a pragmatic
To block
opponent.
us.
Yeah, Arsenal are having a team that is actually now coming at them.
Yeah.
It will be good. It will be a good watch for me because it's long since I've seen somebody come out at Arsenal. And if Bayern cannot come out at Arsenal on Wednesday, then Arsenal are unplayable. If Bayern cannot attack them, then it means nobody's attacking them, because since when is the last time a team came out at Arsenal? I mean, Sunderland the other day,
I
but
don't
that's who they are.
Yeah.
Yep. Me either.
Not even
So
Liverpool.
so
They
Wednesday
just
might
won
be
the
the first
game,
time
but
that
somebody attacked us. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I say even the Liverpool game, I don't remember them.
City parked the bus. I think United, I can say United tried to play Arsenal, but Arsenal defense was well organized. So United had the ball, tried attacking, but Arsenal knew how to fizzle it out. But apart from that day, I
Yeah.
haven't seen anybody come at Arsenal.
Yeah. Man United tried, but even like the attempt was much later in the game. That's when there was like an attempt on target. But Liverpool, City, maybe Sunderland tried. Like they got at us. They did not just park. They tried to get at us, but other than that, I don't see any other team that tried to attack us. But so
Yep.
we'll see how the game
So that's
against
what
Bayern goes.
that's what makes United. What makes Wednesday interesting, because it might be the first time that I see a team trying to go at Arsenal.
That's the Ulisse versus.
And that's the challenge that Arteta needs to overcome if he needs to win in Europe.
Yeah.
Last season he had a good one against Madrid, but he could not overcome the PSG one. I think Bayern beat PSG.
Yeah.
Away. So Arsenal
Yeah.
beating Bayern will be a good statement.
Yeah. And talk about PSG. The other team that is in bigger trouble is Tottenham. They go to PSG. I don't know if they're going to be pragmatic, but they better not go park the bus there.
I mean, and that will not be smart, because the last time they met in the Super Cup, they led by 2 goals, then parked the bus, and then they don't have that trophy.
Tottenham are a joke. They had the trophy in their hands. PSG did not even have a pre-season. Like, it was just, man, Tottenham. I think they're going to be turned over tomorrow. Tottenham is a joke.
Yeah, they will, because now PSG is not going to do the same mistake.
No. Even though PSG does not look as strong as they've been, I think they look ish-ish. They have people out, but they're going to be good enough for Tottenham. Full stop. Going forward, I think the only team I'd be worried about would be maybe Bayern, Madrid, of course. But yeah. Not PSG like that. They're not a threat like that. But you never know. They were like this last season, then boom, they just became something else after January. But
Yeah, that is true.
yeah,
But I also think they are battling injuries. Huh?
they have a lot of injuries from Dembele to Hakimi to I don't know if that midfielder is playing the Spaniard guy, but yeah,
Ruiz.
Ruiz.
I mean, Hakimi was, according to other people, worth the Ballon d'Or, and Dembele won that Ballon d'Or. So those are
Yeah,
two Ballon d'Or level players missing.
yeah, major. Yeah,
Yeah, so that'll be a problem, but it is Spurs. Spurs is missing 10 players. So I don't really
Spurs.
think you could really complain against, you really don't complain about injury when you're going to play Spurs.
Spurs they bought Matisse Tell, right?
Yes.
How much? 60 million or how much? I don't know. Or was it? It wasn't
No,
that
Matistel was
much.
around 35.
So they were just like topping up to help Bayern get Luis Diaz.
Yeah, that is true.
Because have you seen
Just
the
a
new
top up
Wonder
for
Kid?
Dia.
Yeah, the new Bayern Wonder Kid. I think that's the reason Tell
Yeah,
left.
I know the kid.
Yeah, I don't remember the name, but yeah, I think even Musiala might struggle to get back into the team. The kid is good and he's wearing the number 42 also. Let me check his name.
Yeah, I've seen that kid score 2 bangers in Champions League.
Yeah, and he gets them out of trouble also. Like last week, was it? When they were losing the game, he's the one who started scoring. Then the other guys, Ken scored the fourth. Okay. Yeah, Carl. His name is Carl. Not Carl. He's the one who scored like the first one to bring them back. Then he assisted the second one. Then they were 2-2.
Wow.
Then Upamecano, the third, and then Ken came for the fourth now. Ken, top scorer. Man, I think
Ken arrived at the end of the show.
I think Ken is overrated, but that's a conversation for another day. Yeah,
A good player needs a good team, because there are days when the team carries you. That's what happened this time, because there are times they have just won on a hurricane hat trick, and those are the only goals of the game.
yeah.
I
You know,
think
in Germany, it's not
sometimes,
called a hat trick if there is a penalty in it. You know that. In Germany, it's not called a hat trick if there is a penalty in it. I'm just.
but then but they still give you the ball.
I don't think so. I don't think you qualify for a hat trick if a penalty is in the goals in Germany.
Well, but then that means the number of soccer balls he's taken home until Muller was making fun of them. If you don't get given those ones when you score a penalty, he scored, because Muller was saying now the hotel room is full of of soccer balls because this guy was living in a hotel room.
Muller is a joker, and you know that. Muller is a joker. can can like the last hat trick he had one goal assisted by that kid Carl Leonard,
Yeah.
and then the other two penalties. That was the last hat trick. And well, I don't want to trash Ken. Ken is a big player. And the one previous before that was 6-0. Diaz, first half, 3-0. And then Ken had trick second half.
I mean,
I think Bayern
that's a
is
good
fine
display.
without this guy. I think Bayern is fine
No,
without Ken. Ken
I
is a
mean,
top
that is
player.
that's Bayern. This guy I remember Ken at Spurs and Haaland at City. and people are still saying, I'll have Kane in my team. And Haaland was converting, and people were like, Haaland is converting, but I'll have Kane in my team. I mean, if you are in Bayern, the type of opposition Bayern faces and the type of players Bayern sign.
Yeah, but yeah, Bayern is a big team.
You know,
Yeah, but they're trying to. I don't know. I usually feel like a Ballon d'Or player is a player who has had an outstanding season. You know, an outstanding season. Like if this was like 2-0 or Ken pulled back those goals like that, then that's different. But the team is 3 goals up, you scored 3, and then you pick the headlines. It's fine, yeah. Nothing taken away from you, but you're not Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or, you know, you don't even like Drogba season. 12 goals, but 6 of them are in finals. Something like that.
yeah.
3 of them were 1-0s, you know, 1-0s that got the team out. He did not get 30, but the 15 he got were kind of 1-0s or 2-1s that got his team out of trouble. Getting your team over the line is what I need Ken to do. At Bayern, he doesn't need to do much of that. But let's see how he'll go in the Champions League or with England.
But their games Bayern have won 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, and Harry Kane has scored the 2 or scored 2 out of 3-1. I think we're choosing games which Bayern had a feast, and those do happen sometimes when a team has a feast. You can find a striker with 1 or 2. But if you look at games where Bayern have won by just 2 goals, you might not miss his signature in there. Check them out. The 2-1s, the 2-0s.
2-1, he didn't score. That's the Champions League, remember?
Yeah. Champions League is some place he will need to prove.
Yeah. He has to prove in the Champions League. He has to prove. Or in the Dortmund game, he scored the first goal. Then Odinese scored the second one, but ended 2-1. But yeah. Like, I'm not saying Ken is not a good, but anyway, that's a story for another day. I might talk like this and score a hat trick against us on Wednesday. Then I have to bite my words.
You might be challenging him to turn up in a big game.
But we haven't considered 3 goals in I think 2 years or 3 years almost. So it will be hard for someone to score a hat trick specifically. The last time we considered 3 goals was against Luton, remember? 4-3. We won 4-3.
Yeah, the 4.
Was it last season or the other season?
That.
Well, Luton were there last season.
No, last season they were being relegated from Championship to League One.
Yeah, so it's the other season that the last time we considered 3 goals. So yeah, I'm okay with Ken is not scoring a hat.
Hat trick is a tall order. Tall order. He can only have a good game.
He can score penalties. But that's the other football for today. Let me end this. Then we can talk about the other football.